11th, Monday, 2019. And at this point, I will call this meeting of the Board of Adjustment to order. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner, Board Member Bory.
Here.
Board Member Busin.
Present.
Board Member Walde.
Here.
Board Member Shanebeck.
Here.
Board Member Gage.
Here.
Board Member Biggs.
Here.
Board Member Weller.
Here.
All present. We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. At this time, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the agenda for tonight's meeting.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Okay.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Commissioner, Board Member Busin.
Present. Oh, yes. I'm present, yes.
Board Member Walde.
Yes.
Board Member Shanebeck.
Yes.
Board Member Gage.
Yes.
Board Member Biggs.
Yes.
Board Member Weller.
Yes.
Board Member Bory.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. At this time, I'd also entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of June 11th, 2018.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 11, 2018.
Thank you. Do I have
Second.
moved and seconded. Just one item of discussion, actually, on page 3 of the minutes. My name's spelled wrong.
You would be the resident expert.
I would be the one on that. Other than that, they look good to me. Roll call, please, on the minutes.
Board Member Walde.
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck.
Yes.
Vice Chair Gage.
Yes.
Board Member Biggs.
Yes.
Board Member Weller.
Yes.
Board Member Bory.
Yes.
Board Member Busin.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, just for maybe Joel could weigh in this, I think you could have a motion to approve the consent agenda and then vote on that. That would approve the agenda and the minutes at the same time.
Okay, we will do
Is
that.
that correct, Joel?
I agree, you can do that. The Robert's Rules allows that. There's 2 items on the consent agenda, and you can just,
Make a motion to
you
approve.
don't have to do them separately like some people think, but no, you don't have to do that.
Well,
Consent
since-
item is 1 item, and you can approve 12 things on that item if you wanted to.
Well, since we did it this way, are we good enough and done with it?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I just, for
Next time-
future reference is what I was,
All right, thanks a lot. We'll shorten it up next time.
Government efficiency at its work.
I love it. At this point, we have a public hearing on the presentation, discussion, public hearing, and consideration of case BA 1-18, appealing of the zoning administrator's decision by Mr. Mahmoud Mohidin, represented by Aaron Ludwig of Ludwig Law Offices, etc. Joel, you have something on this?
I can start, and Larry can say something if he wants, but I think there's a public acknowledgement that there is a lawsuit, and it is a public record. And the parties are currently talking, which is a very good sign. In fact, there is a February 26th hearing scheduled for another round of negotiations, and that's another 2 weeks away, approximately. So, if all goes well, we should have some kind of resolution on issues that pertain to this exact case. This is just one part of the lawsuit. It's related. And so if you take a look at the letter from Mr. Moedin's attorney, he's asking for continuance, and that is the concurrence, with the concurrence of the city's attorney. I'm not the attorney on it. The city was sued, and I'm actually a defendant. So is Larry, so is Rudy. The attorney for that is Mr. Bill Doyle. He's not here tonight, and neither is Mr. Ludwig. However, if you look at the letter, and for the record, it says, in accordance with the settlement negotiations that took place on Tuesday, January 29th, 2019, and that are scheduled to continue on Tuesday, February 26th, 2019, Mr. Mahmoud Moedin hereby submits the agreed-upon request for postponement of both and this one goes to you, the appeal of the notice of violation of the Board of Adjustment. So we both agree, the parties agree that this should be continued until February, I'm sorry, until May.
Well, since the parties have both agreed, there will be no testimony from either one,
Well, because it's
but I would open a public hearing.
yeah, there's a notice public hearing, and if someone wants to speak, they may, and that would be
Absolutely.
part of the record. If there is a case in the future, you can refer back to this case for the testimony.
Okay. So we do have one request to speak tonight. Bambi Johnson, would you like to step forward, please? Just one moment. Let me give you the standard spiel before we get going here. And I wish I had it right in front of me. Thank you. This is the time for the public to express requests, communications, comments, and suggestions. Each speaker must have already filled out a request to speak form. I do have that. And all issues shall be presented in a professional manner without personal attacks. Under the open meeting law, the council cannot engage in any discussion on the issues presented, but may respond to criticism, may direct staff to follow up with the speaker directly, and/or place this matter of future agenda. There's a 3-minute limit for each speaker. That's for
Actually,
that's
that's
a
for
call to the public. You have 5 minutes, I believe.
So this is
correct?
just a 5 minute, she can,
Right.
she may talk about this item.
And can we interact?
No, it's just presentation, and she could ask you to ask questions, but you can't respond.
Okay,
Not, I mean, you could ask staff afterwards if there is a question.
all right. Ms. Johnson?
My name is Bambi Johnson. I reside at 2319 North Cortez Road, Apache Junction. I, as well as the other 12 homeowners that are attending tonight's meeting, just want to put it on record that we are obviously still concerned about this being delayed. We understand that the city is in a lawsuit and has to get that settled. But we do want to put it in the record that we have turned in information on our views to the city council, well, actually to the city, put it in the hands of the city attorney and manager on what our views are. And we wanted to have that on record, so when this does come before you, you'll be looking in your packets for what we have already turned in. This has been very egregious on us as well as the city, because things that were in this proposal during the CUP were supposed to be done in a time frame. By the time this gets to May, we will be well over a year from when that CUP came, from when relief was offered to us in the form of the conditions. The conditions have not even been begun, and yet we as the homeowners, which are our voting members of this community, have been ignored. And we just would like to have our view on record. I thank you.
Thank you. This is an open hearing. Would anyone else like to speak? If no one else would like to speak, I'll close the public hearing at this point and entertain a motion. Yeah, that one.
I move to accept the request of the applicant's attorney, Mr. Aaron Ludwig, to continue this matter until the Board of Adjustments and Appeals meeting on May 13th, 2019.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes. If I might, in looking at the minutes from the last meeting, Joel, the conversation is around Board Member Weller asked if an amendment can be made and the board stands by the ruling of the Planning and Zoning, basically asking that that case was being dismissed. And to my belief that that's what we, because I motioned to accept the withdrawal of the case as stated in the email and dismiss the case moving forward. Was that a separate case than what's being brought in front of us tonight?
Well, tonight, there's a challenge to the zoning administrator's decision that the eastern lot cannot be used for parking. So that's what's on appeal. There's criminal cases involved in that case. Those were put on hold because there's a stay because once the notice of appeal was filed, a stay has been put on the criminal case. So this is related to the lawsuit because we're talking about negotiating all issues. And it's a federal lawsuit. It's related to the CUP because part of the CUP talked about parking.
Correct.
The CUP, that's on tomorrow night's agenda for planning and zoning, and that's for revocation. If everything gets settled with Mr. Moedin, then there may be no need for a CUP. And so there'd be no need for a decision on this issue also.
Okay, so, because I've been looking back at the agendas basically over the last year, and every time that a case involving the hitching post has come up, we have continued it over the last year and a half, whatever that may look like. So I just want to ensure that I know that the federal case is going on, and there's obviously stipulations that go into that. So what we're looking at then is hopefully by May 13th, if everything is resolved, then it would come to us. Or if everything's resolved, then it won't come to us, I'm sorry. But if there's not, then there's a potential that it's coming back at that point to actually hear a case.
Or there could be requests at the time by Mr. Ludwig to dismiss the case. They could withdraw their application. Or it could come before you before that date. If the negotiations go well, maybe it will be done well before that date. I don't know right now. Nobody knows. But we're still in negotiation talks, and that's a very good thing. It's very promising that all these issues will be dealt with.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Take a roll call. Roll call vote, please.
Chairman Shanebeck,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gage,
Yes.
Board Member Biggs,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Walde.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman. This matter will be continued to your meeting of May 13th.
Thank you. May 13th. Thank you. At this point, we are going to cover the election of officers. I would entertain a motion to open the nominations for the chairman position of 2019.
I make a motion to open the nominations
For the chairman.
for the chairman.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Gage,
Yes.
Board Member Biggs,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck.
Yes.
Nominations are open, Mr. Chairman.
All right. I would entertain nominations at this point.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Frank Schoenbeck as chairman.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? And are there any other nominations? At this point, I'd call for a motion to close the nominations for chairman.
Mr. Chair, I move that we close the nominations for chairman.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Chairman Shanebeck,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Biggs,
Yes.
Vice Chair Gage.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. So I guess we need to have a vote at this point.
No,
Or we,
that was the vote.
well,
You're
that was closing nominations.
I need a
Oh.
motion
Now we need a motion.
to approve the slate of nomination or approve Mr. Schoenbeck as the chair.
I need a motion to approve Frank Shanebeck as chairman.
I will make a motion to approve Frank Shanebeck as the chair.
Second, please.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
I'm sorry, who was the second? Gage?
Mr. Walde.
Walde. Board Member Gage,
Yes.
Board Member Biggs,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck.
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you. At this point, I would entertain a motion to open nominations for the 2019 vice chair.
I make a motion to open the nominations for the 2019 vice chair position.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Judy. Moved and seconded. Could we have a roll call, please?
Vice Chair Gage,
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Biggs.
Yes.
Nominations are open, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I would entertain nominations. Well, I'll throw one out. I move that Jesse Gage be elected vice chairman for 2019.
Second.
Third.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations for vice chair? Are there any other nominations for vice chairman? At this point, I would entertain a motion to close the nominations for vice chairman.
Make a motion to close the nominations for vice chair.
Second.
Moved and seconded to close the nominations for vice chair. Could I get a roll call, please?
Board Member Biggs,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck,
Yes,
Vice Chair Gage.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
thank you. At this point, I would entertain a motion on Jesse Gage for vice chair.
Who?
I make a motion to elect Jesse Gage as the vice chair.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Moved and seconded to elect Jesse Gage as vice chairman of the Board of Adjustment. Roll call, please.
Board Member Biggs,
Yes.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck,
Yes,
Vice Chair Gage.
Yes.
Congratulations, Vice Chair Gage.
That was a tough vote for you.
thank you all. At this point, we are going to,
Do we need to make a motion to
Joel,
close nominations?
no, we're done. We did all that. We did all that.
Okay.
We're done, voted, and ready to move for, make a motion for our next meeting.
Mr. Chair, I move that the Board of Adjustments hold regular meetings on March the 11th, 2019, and May 13th, 2019, at 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers located at 300 East Superstition Boulevard.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, please.
Board Member Weller,
Yes.
Board Member Bory,
Yes.
Board Member Busine,
Yes.
Board Member Walde,
Yes.
Chairman Shanebeck,
Yes,
Vice Chair Gage,
Yes.
Board Member Biggs.
Yes.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
well, I think that just runs us out of everything. So, we stand adjourned at 7:18.